If a personality is popular, they're almost certainly returning to life with a triumphant return that gets fans excited for the longer term. The Marvel franchise is one among the most important entertainment brands within the world, with its mighty heroes and villains, starring in a number of the best comics of all time. The titanic tussles between characters are pulse-pounding affairs, and while more often than not everyone comes out okay and prepared to fight again the subsequent time another threat pops up, there are times when someone pays the last word price. So today we are going to share 5 Marvel characters that came from the dead. Red Skull proves evil never dies. Evil never really dies, and Red Skull is proof of that. He just keeps popping copies able to commit even more terrible atrocities, whether it's by putting his brain into clone Cap bodies, cosmic cube shenanigans, or more. As long as Captain America exists, there will be a Red Skull able to fight against him. One could check out Red Skull's constant resurrections as both a metaphor and a warning very similar to the terrible racist ideology he espouses. Red Skull always comes back and constant vigilance is required to prevent the threat he and other people like him pose. Thor returns like his hammer. Thor is one among the toughest heroes within the Marvel Universe, but that does not mean he's invincible. One among the ironies of the Norse gods is that they will be killed, unlike other gods, so while Thor is the god of thunder, that's no protection in battle. Thor has been killed several times over the years, but he always returns able to take up the great fight again. In fact, most of the Marvel Norse gods have died a minimum of once and are available back, making their vaunted mortality quite moot. What is the point of having the ability to die if they keep coming back? However, there are many times when Thor has saved the universe, so it is a good thing he always comes back. Spider-Man's death replaced by Dr. Octopus. Spider-Man had skull tons over the years, battling all types of foes, but he finally was defeated by Dr. Octopus, his mind shunted over into the villain's dying body. Octavius took over Spidey's body, but a neighborhood of Peter Parker was still there, and Octavius decided that he would stay Spider-Man, but prove that he was superior. He actually did a far better job of being Peter Parker than Peter Parker ever did, but eventually, the one-two Spider-Man would return, taking up when things were at their worst, and proving why he was one among the greats. Wolverine's disappointing return. Technically, due to the character of his healing factor, Wolverine has probably been clinically dead a lot of times for a minimum of a couple of minutes, but he finally died in the death of Wolverine. An aggressively okay story, it saw a healing factor-less Wolverine sacrifice himself to save lots of people kidnapped by Weapon X. He would return in The Return of Wolverine, which tried to offer him a ridiculous new power, Hot Claws, and is best skipped, because the title tells one everything they have to understand about this story. Since then, he's died and been resurrected by Kraken mutant tech multiple times. Captain America's ridiculous resurrection. Captain America was the unshakable symbol of liberty, but that each one ended on the steps of a courthouse. Betrayed by his longtime friend Iron Man, and imprisoned for fighting against an unjust law, Cap was being led to trial, when he was shot and killed by a mind-controlled Sharon Carter. It had been a strong moment, and at the time, it felt like Marvel may need actually been closing the book on Steve Rogers. However, he was brought back to life a touch before his first movie came out, and it quite felt like writer Ed Brubaker was making the entire thing as ridiculous as possible, because it was revealed that Red Skull used a cosmic cube to tug Cap out of your time, and put him during a new body. It had been a weird flex for a story, that up until that time had been very grounded and realistic. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like, share and subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.